Courtney, it says this episode's about International Ewaste Day.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that last year?
International Ewaste Days every year?
Sounds like we're just running out of ideas.
Or you got deja vu?
Hello and welcome to the final episode of Season 2 of the Wasted Podcast. What are we talking about today, Courtney?
You said it better than I could have. So, Lee, we're going to end as we began, talking about e-waste. So it's International E-Waste on the...
14th of October.
Well done.
And today's the 10th of October.
Yeah, so we're never too early, you know. So we've got some myths that we're going to bust for you guys.
I love busting myths.
So we're going to bust 5 myths that are quite common. And I mean that I've come across people asking about e-waste. And we're just going to tell you some truths again.
What is e-waste though? Because we waste. What is we waste? What is e-waste though? Is that when you send an email that could have, you could have a meeting that could have been an email? No. What is e-waste though?
Do you know what, Lee? Funny you should say that.
Not as funny as I'm acting like it is. No.
I'm going to ask you.
Oh, yes, you ask me.
In your own words,
yes.
What is e-waste?
It's when there's a meeting that could have been an email. No, it's electronic waste, short for electronic waste.
Yep.
Yep.
What is e-waste? So I didn't ask what the word was. I asked, what is e-waste?
E-waste is short for electronic waste. No, it's electronics that get binned, isn't it? That don't get recycled. They get sent to landfill. Or they're, dumped somewhere.
So we obviously spoke about this in the first ever episode of season 1. But just to refresh your memory, because you were there behind the scenes, but you wasn't in the pod.
Paying attention though.
Was you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll soon find out. What counts as electronic waste?
A battery-operated can opener.
Yeah.
A phone.
Yeah. I say this probably in every episode, and I say this in every episode. I had no clue what e-waste was before I started here. No clue. I was the one that would throw in the bin electric toothbrushes. I actually have never thrown a phone away, but I also never had recycled them as well. So I don't really know, would you count it as good or bad what I've done? Because I'd always just give them to like my mum or someone else in the family.
No, but that is the best possible thing, isn't it? Because it's not creating any waste and it's getting reused. And
out of sight, out of mind as well, because I don't know what they're doing with it.
They just bin it. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. What, my mum binned it? Did you hear that?
Yeah. She was like, oh, Courtney's giving me this time. Get that in a bin.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Get that in a bin.
Get that in the landfill.
It's all covered in halloumi pasta.
That's out of pocket. I didn't know what e-waste was. I was probably contributing to all, stuff in landfills. Fun fact, and I think I literally just said this in the last podcast, but vapes, if you bury one, they don't biodegrade. So if in 100 years' time you dug up that vape again, mint condition.
Vapes are bad as well because people just do chuck them, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, you just see vapes laying around, whereas people don't generally chuck toasters around that I'm aware of, because you don't really take a toaster out with you. You don't take a toaster out, make some toast on the way somewhere, and then just be like, I'm done with that. I've got my toast now.
Yeah.
But people do with vapes.
I wonder if that's ever been a thing. I'd like to... Let us know in the comments if you've ever thrown a toaster out after you've used it on the street.
I did see one once someone took a toaster on a train, because they have plugs on trains these days. They plugged it in, they made toast, and they just left the toaster there.
Is that real?
I might have dreamed it, I don't know. But I seem to remember seeing it. I don't know.
Should we get myth busting?
Go on then.
Okay.
That was a myth, so...
Yeah, busted that one.
One myth busted.
Can I chuck my phone in the bin? Because I have a recycling bin at home. Can I just chuck it in there?
Well, it depends, because if you haven't emptied the bin for a while, there might not be room in there.
Can I chuck my phone in my recycling bin at home?
How far away from the bin are you? And did you play rounders at school?
Two very different questions.
No, because if you play rounders, I know you've got a good throw, and then depending on the distance, I'll put 2 and 2 together.
I used to do netball, and I was goal shoot.
Oh, so if it's quite a high up bin, you have to...
My recycling bin at home is automatic.
So you'd need to be quite near.
So I am near.
Yeah, it wouldn't open itself.
So let me just say that one more time.
Yeah, I reckon you could then, yeah.
Wrong. You can't throw any electronics in your recycling bin at home. Like, that is stupid.
No, you can't, can you?
Have you actually ever thrown electrical in the bin?
I did hear about someone chucking a printer in the bin once, but I think it was a lie.
You can't chuck any electricals in the bin, first of all, especially, like, not your phones anyway, because they could cause fires.
Well, you can't chuck any batteries in, can you? You can't put batteries in the bins.
Any electricals, batteries, yeah.
Bins are ruled out.
But who is actually, like realistically, who is going, oh, look, I've just got my upgrade, throw my phone in the bin out the kitchen?
Well, I think if your phone was really smashed up, maybe people would think it's not,
Yeah, I
just
suppose
needs
so.
binning kind of thing. I think if your phone worked, I don't think most people would just throw it away. Yeah, if it was broken. But obviously it still needs to be recycled properly, doesn't it?
Well, your phones even say now that you can't bin them. Like, I mean, on iPhones, they used to actually have it on the back, but they don't anymore. They have it on the side. If you turn it to the light, there's a bin symbol with a cross. I don't know what it is on an Android.
It's on the back on mine. Probably it does depend on the phone.
On the really old iPhones, it's literally at the back. But now they've hid it. I can't really put it blunt enough. Don't bin your electricals. Period. Don't bin them.
I won't.
Don't bin them.
I was going to, but now I won't.
When you get home tonight, don't bin anything.
I'll get the ones I put in the bin back out.
If you could, that'd be great. Don't bin it.
Yeah. There's a massage chair I put in there yesterday. Moving on to myth 2 then. Only big gadgets like TVs are an e-waste problem.
There is some people out there that genuinely think only big electricals like TVs and, like some iPads and stuff can only be like recycled.
Well, I think because you can't fit a lot of the bigger things in a bin, they seem like more of a problem. But then probably almost is the exact other way around, isn't it? Like,
but it is the smaller it is, the worse.
It's the small things, because you chuck them away and you don't think about it. Whereas you think about what you do with telly. Like, it's not like no one's ever just dumped a telly somewhere, but I think most people wouldn't.
Well, it depends what country lane you're driving down. Because I guarantee you drive some round the country lanes, there's a TV out, there's all these electricals just out on the roads.
Fly tipping is a problem.
Yeah, that as well. So it's like having 2 bins, right? So one bin has a huge TV in it and maybe like a couple of iPads. And then the next bin has phones, chargers, electric toothbrushes, earbuds, Apple Watches, name me some other small things. Did I say charging cables?
You know what is the bad thing? It's batteries are the worst thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
So those little things probably are in, like in their own way, they're worse because they got batteries in them, whereas a TV doesn't have batteries in it, even though it's a lot bigger. And obviously depending on the TV, a lot of it's empty space as well.
I'm just there making these movements. So yeah, laptops. I can literally, why has my brain gone?
Laptops are probably the worst, aren't they? Because they're like quite big, they've got a battery.
I actually changed a laptop battery once when I was in Sweden this year. I had to put that out there.
When you open a phone repair / vape shop?
Oh, it'll be in the town centre at the weekend.
I don't know if I'll be able to spot it amongst the other 400.
Yeah, I mean, it all adds up. You look at these 2 bins. Look at them. What one do you think is going to be worse? One with one TV and a couple of iPads in, or this big bag full of phones and more phones?
That one looks like it's been cleaned more recently, so I'm more drawn to it. Did you get it pressure washed?
Did I get it what, sorry?
Pressure washed.
No. People just looked after their stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fair enough.
So obviously, they're both bad. So they're both big. But, this one's a little bit more detrimental. Also, a fun fact, detrimental, I've put it into my vocabulary ever since I was taught it on the first episode. Wow. Myth 3. Have you ever, and this is a big have you ever, because I'm guilty of this, have you ever left a phone in the drawer because you thought you was going to use it later or just in case?
Like,
Here we go.
Obviously, from time to time people leave phones in drawers, but I will say I always leave it with food and water because I'm not going to let it starve. Yeah, I definitely have. Because, everyone falls victim to that, I need to keep it as a spare or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll sort it out later, and as soon as you got your new phone, you get a bit excited.
But not even just keep it as a just in case. People will think, I'll just leave it in the drawer. It's better than I didn't throw it away. So I'm not contributing to e-waste because I'm not throwing it away.
I mean, it is better to put it in a drawer than to, dump it on the side of the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, if it's not getting the opportunity to be recycled or anything else, it's doing no one any good.
Those precious metals that are inside your phone. There's a blog and a podcast about this. They're so rare that they're not lab made. They are literally in the ground. People need to, unfortunately, go and get them, and they are in our phones that we're not even thinking about right now. I don't know where I was going with that. It turned into a motivational speech.
It's a beautiful way of putting it.
They're not being reused. So if they're not being reused, they're being wasted. And then that means that more people are having to go on, be exposed to all these horrible toxins in the whatever, because they're having to mine these stuffs out.
It's important to add that there's only so much of these materials, isn't there? So we will run out if we don't make sure we reuse it. And obviously, you should keep using your devices. Don't just upgrade them for no reason constantly and everything else. But eventually they need to be replaced, don't they? So the devices of the future, we won't be able to have them unless we start recycling all
and
the old ones.
Reusing them, yeah. Because if they run out, what's going to happen?
Be back to when you have the cup with the string.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but my mum lives in Scotland, so that's a long bit of string.
Yeah, and people are going to trip up on that, and that
Health
is
and safety.
very
Health and safety.
The prices will just keep going up, and they'll keep rising because where are they going to get these precious metals if not someone's going to mine them out the ground? Because they're all gone. What's going to happen? And then you're going to be moaning because you'll be paying 4K for your phones and not £500 like they used to be. I'm really passionate about this. If you go and watch What's Inside My iPhone and Why It Matters, not just you, because I know you probably haven't watched it, but you guys, then you'll see how passionate I was about it.
On to myth 4. Recycling is a waste of time as it all goes into landfill anyway.
Why are you whispering?
This is the ASMR section of the podcast, everyone.
Okay.
We're trying to get some more viewers, trying new things.
Broader audiences, yeah. I guess it's the same thing as just people just think it's a waste of time because it all goes into the same place anyway.
So I'm just rubbing my eyes there.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think there's two things to this, isn't there? Because there's actual recycling and there's reuse as well.
Yeah.
So especially with phones, unless they're broken, like most electronics, it's like there is a second life there, third life and fourth life sometimes. So you don't need to actually recycle it for it to keep being used and for someone else to get some use out of it. So that's like one side of it. And that's sort of one type of recycling, I'd say, isn't it? Yeah. And then there's the breaking it down, getting the materials back out and everything else, which that is more complicated because you've got to make sure you put it in the right place or it won't happen. And obviously sticking it in the bin, it going to landfill is not going to be recycled. But if you put it in the right place, you take it to e-waste centres, recycling centres and stuff. Because obviously it's worth money to people as well, isn't it? We say, they're digging out materials, they're mining for new stuff. If they know there's these precious metals in these electronics, then they want to get them from there as well, don't they?
Gold was...
I've heard of gold.
Yes, it was extracted and it was in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic medals.
I remember
that. Was really cool.
There is a... I don't know, it's obviously a bit of a statement, isn't it? They're trying to promote being more green and stuff. So that's quite a cool thing because it's promoting the idea that there is only so much gold and where are we getting it from, and it's saying you can get it from phones. So I quite like that.
Yeah. You yourselves don't need to worry about going to take it to a recycling place or whatever. You can make it worth your while and get a bit of cash while you're doing it. You can sell it on Compare and Recycle, and we do it for you.
Of course, stuff we don't do. There's there's other things, if you have a fridge or something that still works, it's find someone who needs a fridge and stuff like that, because obviously you can get it actually recycled, but making sure it stays in that circular economy and gets used again is the easiest and best thing for the environment. So always look for ways to keep things alive, I'd say.
The last myth is recycling electronics uses more energy than it saves.
This is one of those things where, you know, like when people talk about climate change and stuff, and they say, oh, sometimes it gets hotter and colder. But obviously the scientific evidence says it's getting hotter in a way it doesn't normally and really quickly. And so we're causing it. And it's a bit like that where people say with stuff like this, oh, well, you know, well, they've got to put it in a lorry and take it to a recycling plant, and then the recycling plant's using loads of electric and letting off emissions and everything to process it. And it sounds really logical, and people jump onto that like, yeah, that's worse for the environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when you're getting the raw materials, you've still got to do basic sort of stuff, haven't you? You've got to ship it around the world, you've got to stick it in lorries, take it to be manufactured places, and you've got to dig it out of the ground in the first place. So it's one of those things where it makes sense when people say, oh, it actually uses more energy. But it's like when you think realistically about what it takes to make or to mine new materials, create new materials, it's even worse. So it's not like recycling has, you know, no energy use, no emissions, no anything else, but it's a lot better than getting the new stuff.
I still think that people don't know enough about e-waste, and I mean, we can talk to the cows come home about why you should recycle your old tech, but you know, you can't make someone do what they don't want to do. You know, you can't help someone that don't want to be helped, and only you can make that change. Only you can make that difference. To celebrate International E-Waste Day, I want to give you guys a little challenge. How about go around your house, because I'm pretty sure you've got that old drawer full of old phones that you can have a little rummage through. You know, have a look around, see if you've got any old batteries lying about, cables, chargers. That's the same thing.
I think chargers normally use them for other stuff, but you might have some extra chargers.
Even like old.
I tell you, people normally have like a telly knocking about in the loft, or like an old computer screen,
or an old toaster. And if you don't know where your nearest recycling centre is, Google it. Like, there is places on there that you can literally just type in your postcode. That will give you a recycling centre nearby. If it is old tech, you know, you've got compare and recycle for that. Go and compare your prices, get the best one.
I think that's the one good thing that's happened in it as well, because when you compare, obviously lots of people everyone basically has a recycling bin and food bin and everything else. But at home, it might seem difficult. But everyone's used to going to the tip. And while back in the day, going to the tip was basically just chucking everything in a massive pile. Now they have the e-waste section, they have the textiles, don't they? So they, like, just taking it to the tip, it will go to the right place because they're sorting it out for you. So it's not like you have to do anything weird or unusual.
Yeah. But, you know, just make a difference. That small change can make such a big difference. And even if you don't notice it yourselves, like, it is happening. It is happening around you.
We've all got to do our bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is the last episode of season 2. And I think we have a well-deserved break that is needed at this point.
Come up with some new ideas. Otherwise, the first episode of season 3 is going to be
what's
about
inside
e-waste.
your iPhone. Yeah, so we need to regroup, have a think about what more exciting things we can do in season 3. But meanwhile, we hope you have great evening, great Christmas, great New Year, great Halloween.
Just a great life.
Fireworks night. Don't video the fireworks. Lee absolutely hates that.
Whatever you do, just look at them. Like, you can just look up on YouTube videos of fireworks because you won't know the difference because they're in the sky. You can't see where they are, and someone's filmed them better than you.
Yeah. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next year.
No, this is true. I've checked the calendar, and 2026 is already in there, so I believe it is scheduled to happen.
Predictions, yeah.
Bye-bye now.